In the remote reaches of the Bay of Bengal lies North Sentinel Island, a place shrouded in mystery and fiercely protected isolation. This small, forest-covered island is home to the Sentinelese people, one of the last uncontacted tribes on Earth. Despite the modern world's relentless push toward connectivity and globalization, the Sentinelese have remained adamantly disconnected, guarding their way of life with unwavering determination. Theirs is a story not of forgotten people, but of a society that never chose to be found. The Sentinelese are believed to have inhabited North Sentinel Island for tens of thousands of years, possibly dating back 60,000 years or more. Anthropologists theorize that they are direct descendants of the first human populations to migrate out of Africa, part of the great coastal migrations that skirted along southern Asia. Isolated from the rest of the world by geography and their own fierce independence, they have preserved a unique cultural and genetic legacy that may be unlike any other on the planet. The Indian government, under whose jurisdiction the island falls, has recognized the Sentinelese's wish to remain uncontacted. Strict laws prohibit anyone from approaching within 5 nautical miles of the island. These measures are not only intended to protect outsiders from possible harm, but to shield the tribe from diseases to which they have no immunity. Even minor illnesses, like the common cold, could potentially devastate their entire population. Previous attempts to contact them have mostly ended in failure or tragedy. Their resistance to outsiders is not just offensive, it is active and aggressive. The Sentinelese have fired arrows at helicopters, attacked boats that have drifted too close, and in at least 2 tragic incidents, killed intruders. In 2006, 2 fishermen who unknowingly ventured into restricted waters were killed when their boat washed ashore. In 2018, American missionary John Allen Chow attempted to reach the island with the goal of spreading Christianity. Despite warnings, he made multiple trips to the island, the last of which ended with his death. His body was never recovered. These events serve as grim reminders that the Sentinelese do not want outside contact, and perhaps never will. Little is known about the Sentinelese way of life. They are hunter-gatherers, relying on the dense forest and the surrounding coral reefs for sustenance. They likely hunt wild pigs, fish, and collect fruits and tubers. Their tools are simple but effective: bows and arrows, spears, and rudimentary blades crafted from stone or salvaged metal from shipwrecks that occasionally wash ashore. Their language remains undeciphered and unclassified, with no known links to any other Indigenous languages, making it one of the most linguistically mysterious tongues in the world. Efforts to engage with the Sentinelese have a long history, beginning in the colonial period. In the late 19th century, British naval officer Maurice Biddle Portman led an expedition that captured several Sentinelese, including children and an elderly couple. The adults quickly fell ill and died, prompting Portman to return the children to the island with gifts. This encounter likely cemented the tribe's perception of outsiders as bringers of death and misfortune. In the latter half of the 20th century, the Indian government made sporadic attempts to establish contact. Small expeditions would leave coconuts, pots, and other offerings on the beach, sometimes receiving wary acceptance, other times a volley of arrows. A 1991 expedition led by anthropologist T.N. handed the last officially sanctioned friendly encounter. Though the Sentinelese approached the visitors without hostility, the Indian authorities decided to end all contact shortly thereafter. They recognized that even peaceful encounters posed unacceptable risks of disease transmission and cultural disruption. Today, satellite imagery and aerial surveys offer the only glimpses into Sentinelese life. Occasionally, observers see small groups moving through the forest or along the shoreline, sometimes carrying weapons, sometimes fishing or gathering. Their huts appear to be simple, open structures with thatched roofs. Despite the lack of modern technology or infrastructure, the Sentinelese have demonstrated remarkable self-sufficiency. They are survivors in the purest sense, resilient, adaptive, and determined to live on their own terms. The Sentinelese force us to confront difficult questions about progress, ethics, and respect for autonomy. In a world that often equates advancement with integration and control, the tribe stands as a powerful testament to another way of being, one that rejects the intrusion of outsiders and the values they bring. They remind us that there are still places on Earth where human lives are lived in profound independence, untouched by global commerce, political borders, or the internet. Some anthropologists argue that the best way to protect the Sentinelese is through complete non-interference. Others believe that climate change, rising sea levels, and illegal poaching could eventually force their isolation to end, whether they wish it or not. There is also a philosophical dilemma. Should we allow a people to remain forever cut off from medicine, education, and global discourse? Or is preserving their autonomy the ultimate act of respect? For now, the Indian government's policy remains one of protection through distance. Surveillance is maintained from afar, and patrols ensure that tourists, fishermen, and the curious do not approach. The tribe's population is estimated to be between 50 and 150 individuals, though the exact number is impossible to verify. In the grand story of human civilization, the Sentinelese are not an anomaly, they are a mirror. They reflect a way of life that predates cities, industry, and even agriculture. They are not behind us in time, they are simply walking a different path. As we race toward a future filled with artificial intelligence and space travel, they stay rooted in the present of their own making, choosing simplicity over expansion, and silence over explanation. Their island is not just a place, it is a symbol. It stands for the last ember of untouched humanity, glowing quietly in a world that has forgotten how to leave things alone. Long pause.